Welcome back to Word Up with Sofia. It's review week, time to fly through every word we've learned so far. You'll see the word, the meaning, a sentence, synonyms, and antonyms, all in a flash. Too fast? Just pause the video or slow it down using the YouTube settings. Let's see how many words you remember. Are you ready? Let's jump in. Our word is balance, again balance, which means a state where things are equal or steady. Here's an example. Sofia practiced balance while walking on a beam in gym class. Synonyms: stability, evenness, harmony, steadiness, control, equilibrium, poise. Antonyms: imbalance, wobble, unevenness, instability, tilt, disorder, disruption. Up next is inspire. Let's report, inspire, which means to encourage someone to do something great. Here's an example. Sofia's story inspired her classmates to write their own. Synonyms: motivate, encourage, uplift, influence, spark, excite, move. Antonyms: discourage, depress, dull, uninspire, dishearten, dissuade, prevent. Let's continue to behave, again behave, which means to act in a proper or polite way. Here's an example. Sofia behaved nicely during the class trip. Synonyms: act properly, follow rules, be good, mind, obey, respect, conduct oneself. Antonyms: misbehave, disobey, rebel, disrupt, ignore, resist, interrupt. Next is flexible, again flexible, which means able to bend or change easily. Here's an example. Sofia was flexible when the field trip plans changed. Synonyms: adaptable, bendable, adjustable, versatile, open, changeable, willing. Antonyms: rigid, stiff, inflexible, unwilling, fixed, stubborn, unchanging. Good job. Let's continue to include, again include, which means to make someone or something a part of a group or activity. Here's an example. Sofia made sure to include everyone in the game. Synonyms: add, welcome, invite, accept, enclose, admit, join. Antonyms: exclude, ignore, reject, omit, avoid, separate, ban. Our next word is benefit, again benefit, which means something good that comes from something else. Here's an example. Sofia knew exercise had many health benefits. Synonyms: advantage, gain, help, good, profit, blessing, value. Antonyms: harm, loss, disadvantage, damage, cost, injury, drawback. Let's take a look at solve, again, solve, which means to find the answer to a problem. Here's an example. Sofia worked hard to solve the tricky math puzzle. Synonyms: answer, figure out, fix, work out, resolve, decipher, decode. Antonyms: confuse, complicate, misunderstand, miss, fail, guess, ignore. Here comes organize, again, organize, which means to arrange things in order or make them neat. Here's an example. Sofia helped organize the classroom supplies. Synonyms: arrange, sort, tidy, systematize, coordinate, structure, neaten. Antonyms: mess up, disorder, scatter, disorganize, confuse, mix up, jumble. Let's take a look at invite, again, invite, which means to ask someone to come or join in. Here's an example. Sofia invited her neighbor to her birthday party. Synonyms: ask, welcome, request, encourage, call, offer, propose. Antonyms: reject, exclude, ignore, turn away, refuse, ban, deny. Let's continue with improve, again, improve, which means to make something better. Here's an example. Sofia practiced every day to improve her drawing skills. Synonyms: better, upgrade, enhance, fix, boost, polish, refine. Antonyms: worsen, break, damage, weaken, destroy, ruin, decline. Let's continue with careful, again, careful, which means doing something with attention to avoid mistakes. Here's an example. Sofia was careful while painting to stay inside the lines. Synonyms: cautious, watchful, attentive, thoughtful, precise, mindful, safe. Antonyms: careless, reckless, sloppy, hasty, negligent, forgetful, messy. Let's take a look at decide, again, decide, which means to make a choice about something. Here's an example. Sophia had to decide what book to read next. Synonyms: choose, pick, select, determine, elect, settle, commit. Antonyms: waver, hesitate, delay, doubt, question, ignore, avoid. Let's continue with explain, again, explain, which means to make something clear so others understand. Here's an example. Sophia explained how to play the new board game. Synonyms: clarify, describe, illustrate, interpret, demonstrate, define, teach. Antonyms: confuse, complicate, hide, cover, mislead, mumble, withhold. And our final word for today is understandable, again, understandable, which means easy to understand or accept. Here's an example. It was understandable that Sophia felt nervous on stage. Synonyms: clear, simple, logical, fair, acceptable, reasonable, plain. Antonyms: confusing, complicated, unclear, unreasonable, unfair, vague, hard. Whoa, you did it! You just reviewed a galaxy of incredible words, like a word wizard on a rocket ship. You listened, learned, and launched your vocabulary to a whole new level. Remember, if any part felt too fast, rewind or slow it down. And if your brain's buzzing right now, that means it's working. Get ready, because tomorrow, we're blasting off with even more powerful words to explore. This is just the beginning. So stay curious, stay awesome. And as always, keep showing the world what your words can do.